I thought it was over until God flipped the script. What was your lowest point? Was it when you lost someone you loved? When you failed at something important? When you were rejected or betrayed? When everything you tried to do to fix a situation didn't work? I know exactly how you felt because I've been there too. Hopeless, right? Like there's no way out. Things will never get better. This is as good as it gets. And then God Almighty did something no one expected. He turned things around in an instant. You see, just a few weeks ago, I was at my wit's end. I tried everything I knew to do to make things work, but nothing was working. It was as if I was banging my head against a brick wall. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, everything changed. It was like God Himself reached down from heaven and said, "Not so fast." In a matter of days, doors opened, people came out of nowhere to help, and I got answers to prayers I'd been praying for months. Why? Because it was clearly God's hand. It was perfect timing. It was a divine connection. It was supernatural provision. It was a clear message that God was in control. Think about Joseph, who went from being a prisoner to the ruler of Egypt, or Daniel, who went from being thrown into a den of lions to being rescued by an angel, or Paul, who went from persecuting Christians to becoming one of the greatest preachers of the gospel. God has a pattern of doing the impossible. And here's the beautiful part. When God does a turnaround, He often does it in ways we don't expect. He'll take what we thought was a bad situation and turn it into our greatest blessing. He took Joseph, who was wrongly accused and put into prison, and used that to save an entire nation from famine. He took Daniel, who was thrown into a lion's den for trusting God, and used that to make him famous throughout the kingdom. He took Paul, who was persecuting the church, and used that to make him one of the most influential people in the early church. Here's the lesson: don't give up. Even if things look impossible, even if it seems like there's no way out, even if you've been through the same situation for years, God can rewrite your story in a single moment. And His turnaround is often more beautiful than what we could have ever imagined or prayed for. One move from God can undo years of pain in an instant. So don't give up. Hope is not lost. Your shocking turnaround might be closer than you think.